Hello, everybody. I'm so excited to share with you about the upcoming Purpose to Profit Summit. It's May 6th through 8th, and we're going to be doing a lot of things that are different from your average business summit. We all want to be more in action towards the bigger things, the things that we really want, but we may be so overwhelmed and busy and trying to do everything, trying to make it happen. We don't necessarily get to acting on those big picture goals. So we've got a bunch of speakers coming in to help us find ways to be more efficient and to be more on purpose with what it is we really want to create. One of those people is my wonderful friend, Rosie Battista. She wants to help us get better at coaching and living who we are through our coaching. So, Rosie, welcome.
Sandra, thanks for that introduction. So fun to be here and so exciting to be part of this amazing purpose to profit, which I love talking about anything that has to do with your purpose because it's always so much easier to do things that you love to do and that you're really good at. Call it like your sparkle, right? Because when you show up that way, it's a lot easier than doing something that you don't really like.
So, tell us a little tantalizing bit about what you're going to share during the summit.
All right. Well, I'm going to share the secret to amplifying your voice. And if obviously you're mostly going to be coaches or you're doing something to make a difference in the world. So the secret to amplifying your voice and really showing up fully and having something that you're really confident and you're really clear on to share, which which makes a big difference when you have an organized and a structured way to share what you do. So that's what I'm going to be sharing, but it's a secret. So we're not going to tell you the details. You're going to have to come and check it out. And
Absolutely.
and it's really something that's so cool, so awesome, so innovative. And you talked about efficiently and because there's so many things that we can be doing. But when you can find something that's effective, efficient, and fun, then you're on it.
Absolutely. What Rosie does is big fun.
Yeah, it really is. And it's very impactful. And so with that combination, it's kind of like a no-brainer. So you're definitely going to want to come learn about the secret. But Sandra, I really wanted to talk about too, this whole idea of because sometimes we show up and we question, well, is what I'm saying, is it enough? Am I giving enough? Am I doing enough? And all those things. And once we get caught in that spiral of thinking like that, then we don't do anything. That keeps us stuck in thinking we have to learn more, do more before we can, or be really perfect before we can show up.
Oh my goodness, you're so right. And I've been there myself,
Yeah, right.
been there myself, trying to figure out who am I? What's my message? And how do I, and it gets overwhelming.
Yeah,
And in that place of overwhelm, like you said, a natural place to go is paralysis,
yeah,
inaction.
right,
And that's one of the things that we really want to help people do during the summit. We're making it practical.
right.
Each of the speakers, me, Rosie, are going to have time to create like a little workshop so that we take what you're learning in the summit and then say, okay, how do I apply this to my life?
Yeah,
Because there's so many things that come around, and if I go grabbing at all of them, I wind up being inactive and not doing anything that's actually effective and matters. So, yes, we want to help people be able to really apply what they're learning to their business because that's what makes a difference.
yeah. And I think we can get really good at being well, I'll just work on this a little bit more and I'll refine it a little bit more. And then it stops us from like, it's like the perfect excuse for not showing up. No, 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 I'm going to do it. I'll work on it this week and I'll do it next week. And then that keeps moving on and on. And then we're just always brainstorming and all of that stuff and never really showing up with our stuff. And I think that's part of the thing, that we have to show up like sloppy. I mean, that's, you don't want to throw spaghetti against the wall, but you have to show up and start somewhere, because that's, you also learn from, people will help you learn and refine your message even more when you have to show up. And I think that's, even you're showing up for this summit, you're going to get golden nuggets, and you never know when that next golden nugget is going to drop on you. That's like, oh my God, I never thought of it that way, and change everything for you. So that's super valuable, just in like, bring your notebook, right? And come get, the gold that's going to be there for you.
Tons of gold and practical, practical actions that you
Right.
can take.
Yeah. Well, I know I'm going to be giving, in what I'm going to be sharing with you is you're definitely going to want to take notes, and you're definitely going to have an action step. And I promise that you're going to have an inspiration that's like, oh my God, I can do that. I want to do that. So it's going to be fun.
So I'm going to tell you, like, audience, that when I met Rosie, she inspired me to do something that was not in my plans, and I loved it. So you got to come to the summit and
Because we're
find
going to
out
reveal
more.
that too, because you're going to actually get to see that. And that was so fun, Sandra, because you were like a fire hose of like, because the thing is, like, we have all these things, and then when we finally realize, oh, I can take all of my magic and kind of like put it together. Like, that's what we're going to be sharing with you. So it's a really valuable, and really, you're just gonna it's gonna be really fun.
All
Yeah.
right, so everybody, go down to the link below the video and sign up for the Purpose to Profit Summit. We will see you May 6th through 8th.
I'm
See you later.
excited. All right. Thanks, Sandra.